Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Real quick, if you haven't, take a quick sec and smash that subscribe button. So you may have noticed there's been some, I guess, information on the 2027 Toyota Tacoma that's tied to, I guess, the release of information for the 2027 Toyota Tundra. You've probably seen the pictures, and you could see the Tacoma in the background, right? Because their Toyota is trying to show off the new Pro colors along with some information on the Tundra. So I was thinking, first of all, what do you think of this new TRD Pro color, this mustard color, or what is it, curry color, whatever they're calling it? I don't know. It's kind of like that lime green Tacoma that I had a few years back, right, in the third gen. You kind of have to see it in person. And I imagine once you do see it in person and it's out there gleaming in the sun, probably going to look pretty good. But talking about the 2027 Tacoma and things that hopefully they're going to correct. It isn't really a refresh, I don't think, or it's certainly not a redesign. The truck hasn't been out long enough. And we all know that Toyota redesigns about every 10 years, 8 to 10 years, with a refresh somewhere in the middle. But some of the things that I think need to be corrected, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. First of all is the paint. A lot of comments and things out there about Toyota's paint quality. It's too thin, it chips too easily, and I think the chipping part, that's not really a function of the paint per se. It's because the tires throw so much junk at the back, right? So they need to do something as far as beefing up the protection back there, either in the form of thicker PPF, maybe widening the fender flares, which would kind of be a redesign, so I don't look for that to happen. And I certainly hope they don't stick some kind of black trim piece back there or something weird. Hopefully not, but there have been a lot of complaints about that. Next up, and this one kind of depends on what model you have. I don't know if you guys can hear that turbo whir in the background. I just caught it there myself. Awesome. But anyway, the seats, the manual seats in particular. When you get in and out of the truck, you can't help but slide across that seat. It's just the way we do things. It's the way it is. You're fortunate if you maybe lift yourself all the way up and drop into the seat as opposed to sliding across that lever. But I think most of us do that. And the problem is that it's too close to the top of the seat threshold. So you push down on it. And every time you push down on it, you lower the seat a notch, both getting in and getting out. A lot of people have thought there's something wrong with the seat. I've even heard people or read people post comments about there being some kind of an air bladder in the seat itself. There isn't. It's mechanical. You're just pushing that lever every time you get in and out, and that's what's causing the problem. Hopefully, Toyota will do something, either in the form of a locking mechanism, or maybe they'll lower that lever a little bit, or change the look of the lever, or the I guess design of the lever, so that it's below that threshold point, so that we don't have that problem. The radio. There are a few issues, I guess, with the radio or the infotainment system. The first one, the biggest one, I guess, that I hear people complain about is connectivity. Always dropping connection to the phone, maybe not playing music correctly, changes in volume. It just doesn't function well. It doesn't seem like it's a great integration, if you will, between the phone and the stereo or the infotainment system. Hopefully they're working on that. They'll come out with some sort of software update to make that better, because a lot of people complain about that. Next up, still on the radio, the blackout screen. I haven't had that happen on this 2026 Tacoma, but I did on my 2025. And what I'm talking about is when you get in, turn the truck on, the radio plays, but nothing else functions. It's just a black screen, right? Fortunately, it's not the gauge cluster as well. The only way I could see to fix that was to do a complete reset on the radio. That's pretty simple to do. Just hold the volume button down for several seconds, something will pop up that I can't remember. Either it gives you an option to tap reset or it just goes into reset. And that seemed to fix it for me. I only had the problem once, but honestly, I traded the truck off for this 2026 Tacoma before I had a chance for it maybe to happen again. So I'm not exactly sure. The next thing, and this is pretty important, is the system for the door handles. When you grab the door handle to pull it to open the door, I'm talking about on the interior, I have seen, and it seems to be growing, numerous instances where they're breaking. Either the cable is disconnecting or I guess it's a piece inside, probably plastic, that is breaking itself. And that means that you can't open the door from the inside. So you're sitting in your $50,000, $60,000 Tacoma and having to roll the window down and grab the handle from the outside to open the door. Not a very good look for Toyota, right? This kind of takes me back to the 80s maybe, when I had junker cars that the same kind of thing would happen. The handle would break. In those cases, the whole handle would just snap off. And I couldn't open the door unless I used the outside push button. You remember that? Probably dating myself a little bit, right? But that's obviously something that Toyota needs to correct. It's a problem. It's probably due to inferior materials, I would say. They're using something that is simply not strong enough to be able to take the force, I guess, that we use when we're opening the doors. And let's be honest, some people are really nuts. They grab that handle and they just manhandle it. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. I mean, it is just a plastic handle, and sooner or later you're going to break something if you keep doing that. Fortunately for me, I haven't had that issue. Lastly, we have to talk about the interior materials, I guess. There have been a lot of complaints out there about the quality of the plastics in general, inside the new Toyota Tacoma. That they don't hold up well, they scratch easily, they seem to be flimsy. Hell, some of them have even fallen off. I've seen people post things where some of the trim pieces that you grab onto, like the handles on the sides and in the center console area, actually come off, that rubber cover, right? Something Toyota obviously needs to take care of. I mean, you can't have pieces falling off your truck while you're driving around, right? There is one more thing, and I don't look for Toyota to do anything about it, and it may not even really be a problem. It might be user error, if you will. And I'm talking about fuel economy. It doesn't get great fuel economy, but I don't know that it's really supposed to. I mean, it is a truck, right? And it kind of depends on how you and me, how we drive it. I mean, if you're heavier on the accelerator, obviously the fuel economy is not going to be great. If you get that turbo whirring, which we all love to hear, right, you're using more gas. But nonetheless, there are a lot of complaints and things out there about the fuel economy, disappointed customers thinking that it's supposed to be better. Who knows? Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know. What do you think they need to improve, or what do you hope that they address or improve on the new Toyota Tacoma, the 2027? And it really can't, again, be anything that requires a redesign. They're not going to redesign the truck. Let me know. I'd be curious. Thanks for watching. Bye.